We are live. So I'll say indeed and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for joining me again on another conscious evolution. Today's stream topic is about just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I slept a lot today. I am still definitely in the process of recovering, but I feel like I've like won mostly 99% of the battle kind of vibes. But I wake up this morning. I've been sleeping super early, so I'm waking up at like 6 a.m. First at 4 a.m. and then I go back to sleep and then at 6 a.m. And around 9, the sleepiness hits me again and I go to sleep again up until like close to 1. And as I go for this nap, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do like just like 15 minutes. I'm just gonna do 15 minutes and then that's gonna be enough to give me some energy. And then 15 minutes passes and I'm like, okay, maybe just like 15 more minutes. And then the 15 more minutes turns into 3 hours. Right? So I'm curious about that energy of just a little bit more. The same thing happens to me when I'm really enjoying something, right? Like I know this is technically not a good practice, but like maybe I'm especially hungry, and then I'm making coffee, and then I take a sip of milk from the carton, and then I take another sip, and another. And if I don't stop myself, I'll finish the whole thing. I will. I just uh, spotted a lizard putting himself in the line of sight so he can get some sunlight. Yeah, so what is that? What is that energy that wants to just inch forward a little bit? I don't know if it's resilience. Yesterday's stream topic was about resilience. Maybe it's resilience. Maybe it's hubris. Maybe. I want to show you what that little lizard looks like. Hopefully I didn't scare him away. Mm-hmm. There he is. He shimmied out of the shadows and put himself directly in that little right spot. All right. Hey, I see Joy Vive. Uncle Becky. What a blessing. I like the flowers on the thumbnail. Yeah. I had like a hard time getting them there. Like it was more hassle than I thought it was. But now we have the flowers, the thumbnails as well. Maybe I'll do a little bit more like that. Hey Zano, bless you. Zano, you survived. You back home now? Do let us know. Hope you are. Hope you are well beings. I am doing my best to well beings, bro. I'm up early. Candles from making candles from tree limbs. How does one do that? Like, are they actual candles that you can light for light made from tree limbs? Or are you like encasing tree limbs in wax? So the tree limb offers as a wick. Maybe it's like super oily or something. Wood wicked too. There we go. Oh, it's Uncle Becky. I forgot you changed your username. Yeah, if it wasn't for the profile picture, I wouldn't know either. Joy Vive. I survived. There was a couple of close calls, but overall was a great trip. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Bless you. I'm happy to hear that. Now we can reflect, Hazano. All of the thoughts, all of the experiences, all of the worries that was associated with this trip before you went, and now being on the other side of it, getting to look back at it. Yeah, yeah. Uh, for people, I'll adjust it, suffer more in mind. No, 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 no. Let me. I just saw the lizard come up a little bit higher. For there are more things to be alarmed by than there are things to be harmed by. And as such, people suffer more in mind than they do in actuality. How can I be more like Lizard? Literally, as I said that, he turns around and looks at me. How can I be more like you, Lizard? Oh, wait. I can feel his little eye pointing at me again. Teach me your ways. Just to be so effortlessly. To look for a little bit more, right? A little bit more foods. I wonder if they're drinking enough water. I don't know where they would get water. I had this whole idea of creating like a little like fountain close to the tap for them. Not too deep that they don't drown themselves, but something that keeps the water flowing so they can go and drink some water. Would be nice with the wasps as well. Maybe I'll do that at some point. I was off my game for sure. You're okay. You were just stressing. Thanks for the flowers, my love. Bless, bro. Found out today that Marcus Aurelius and Nelson Mandela and I were born on the same day. Nice. Marcus Aurelius. If I did believe in reincarnation, my previous form would be Marcus Aurelius. Reading that dude's words. It's like what I aspire for my mind to narrate, like kind of vibes. Morning, Mojo. Always a blessing seeing your name here with us. I have some of White Rhino Pheno 1 in here right now. And it is also strong. Surprise, surprise. I see Pojo. Excited to be here with us as well. I left my tablet. I'm back in a second. It was on charge. And it has enough juice in it now for me to do all of my things at least. There we go. Back again. Thanks for the flowers. I mean, we did come close to crashing a few times, but we're able to slam the brakes in time. Still stressful, but I was able to have one of my big squishmallows and squeeze it when squared. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, those near misses while driving are not my idea of a good time. Usually a drive, like if we go one way or another, my feelings on how the drive was is directly correlated to whether or not there were near misses or close calls kind of vibes. So I'm still sorry you had to go through those. But again, happy that you're safe. Good morning, Bojo. Uncle Becky, that makes sense that your birthday worked out that way. Howdy friends, bless. Giovanna, it's nice seeing your name here. Good morning, Melton Moore. Day 1220. Mm. It is a day like no other. Even though I don't feel particularly productive, right, from a capitalistic perspective, I'm happy that I rested. I'm happy that I'm feeling better slowly but surely. And I'm happy that I'm showing up despite the challenges I'm facing. Jaju, Mojo, meow meow. Son of another, Joy, Uncle Becky, Melton Moore. Happy Saturday to you too, dear Jovan. Anyone else getting smacked with the sinky twos lately? I mean, I've been adding a bunch of 22s onto my flowers. We have 11 friends here right now and 2 upvotes. It's 11 minutes past right now as well. Am I seeing any more syncs? Let's see this one. 62% on that one. Yeah, bunch of twos. Bunch of twos already. Yeah. What am I feeling right now? I'm feeling like I want a little bit more rest. Just a little bit. Just like a little smidge of more rest. And then I'm gonna be A-okay again. My internal experience has been very psychedelic, interestingly enough. Right? Like I've been every single time I close my eyes, I'm being teleported somewhere. 3 days straight, two two two. You've been having the triple twos as well. I think triple fours has been a little bit more present when it comes to triple numbers. It is. It is synchronizing. Like the geometry I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now is like folding like that. Like it's folding on 2 nodes. I don't know why, but it turned into a big snail. The folding was still happening, but it was happening on the back of the snail. And the snail was slowly moving forward. Perhaps looking for a little bit more. So, like that. Also 92% here. That is some sinkies. I don't know why. Suddenly feel like the energy got zapped out of me. Maybe I'm just calm. Mm, yeah. The yoga was nice. My earphones died. Not dead, just out of battery power right now. So I felt bad for not being able to give my cues. Our yoga friends set my mind at ease. We did a yoga practice completely silently, and it felt good to me. I'm officially feeling like myself again, bodily wise. But there still is like a pressure up here in my mind. It's almost like I have to receive all of my signals like laser light being shined through mist. And I can still get the signal. It just feels a little bit less accurate or precise, maybe is the right word. Not bad though. Not bad. Usually I get stuck in the fog and I think the fog is all there is. It's raining here right now, so peaceful. That does sound nice. We could do for some rain here again, technically speaking. It's not just two. I believe an angel is assuring me through the day. I see 11:11s. I have a like timer or an alarm for 11:11. So I see 11:11 every day, no matter what. Triple two, triple three, at least several times a week when checking the time after a task completed. Nice. The yoga was nice. I had a nice silent practice today. I'm happy that you enjoyed yours as well. Yeah, the silent practices do have an energy of their own as well. Just you and your practice. I'm trying to look at my environment right now and practice yoga in my looking at it of. I breathe. I feel my internal being, my heart beating, my lungs breathing. Every now and then I'm swallowing some spit because my mouth is producing it. I get to see, I get to hear, I get to feel the clothing on my body. I get to feel the pressure of my body pushing up against the earth, against the wall, against the cushion. I get to notice how my mind finds concern for people driving their motorcycles very fast. There's so much going on at all times. Yoga is becoming one with it, to unite with, to be in union with. I'll vape to that. Mm. Mm. Sun gazing daily for brain fog. 15 minutes, fog is gone. I don't deal with brain fog a lot, at least. But I do, especially when I'm sick. I have been spending time in the sun instinctively, interestingly enough. So it's cool that you tell me that. Hmm. Yeah. There is definitely a sense of unity. I think acknowledging all of those aspects of my experience before I went into it really was bringing it together. All right. I can very much relate to the feels like fog is all there is. Yeah. Silent practices are good for exploring each pose and challenging yourself a little. I enjoy them. And the opportunity for longer prayer poses. Sorry for not keeping them as long as you would like them. I can do a headstand again. I try to add it after the downward dog slash go slash sequence. Sharp ear pain, reminding me not to push myself when I'm healing. Times and places, yo. Thank you for letting yourself heal. Thank you for testing your limits and finding them, so you may push them later again. Lois Danos, blessing all of us friends. Hey, thank you for joining us. When things get sticky, It's like my mind, myself, it's like my mind telling myself it's always been this way and it will stay this way forever. It's so brutal. Maybe gotta use my hands more, let the brain antenna feel nice stuff. That's not a bad idea. And I really understand what you're talking about as well, Zano. And yesterday I was trying to touch on this point of not feeling that way anymore. And this is not me being like, oh, yo, just get good, Sano. No, it's me more trying to understand the mechanism behind uh, not believing that mind, or at least not generating that narrative in the first place of this is how it's always been and this is how it always will be. This time being sick, there very much is this resolute, resilient understanding in my being that this will pass, that this experience I'm having, uncomfortable as it may be, will pass. And I even shared yesterday that sometimes when you're sick, you can feel like death sounds better, right? Like, oh, I would rather be dead than feel this way right now, kind of narratives. I haven't felt that way this time around either, which is also surprising, right? Noticing patterns. And rarely do we mean it. Rarely do we want someone to slay us when we're sick, but we can feel that way experientially in that moment. Maybe I'm just not that sick right now. Maybe that's why I don't feel that way. That's also an option. All right, love is true. Good advice to yourself of keeping your hands busy and letting that brain antenna feel good stuff. Oh yeah, that does things to your blood pressure, and with a burst eardrum, you're going to be more sensitive to pressure changes on the body, John. Morning, Rabbit. That's exactly right. Indeed, Jovan. I'm similarly trying to remember that I'm healing, and I need to take it easy. Yeah, you did show up for the yoga though. How's your body feeling doing yoga after being sick? It is quite different, right? Like, again, we've been doing that practice for so long. It is familiar to us. We know we can do it. But suddenly, when you're sick, your body is in a whole different state. And you notice that stuff doing the same practice day after day. Like, you can notice how you get better as well on the other side, at least. Mm, yeah, when I came back to the city, everything was so loud. I really, really want a GTFO. I mean, what's your 10-year plan, Zano? What's your 10-year plan for GTFOing? Right, we can start putting on beats. Show up for things. People overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what they can do in 10. You can change it. It might take some time, right? Think about how much time it has taken you to get your life to where it is right now. It's gonna take some time to get it to another point as well, right? Unfortunately, this is the other side of the caveat. No matter what, as time passes, it will change. So now that stress is away, right? It's gonna change regardless. And the only thing you need to worry about is showing up for love. And then that change, ideally, in my mind at least, will keep moving in a positive direction towards a loving one. Or at the very least, no matter the change that you experience, you will love it, which is the true, which is the true power, right? Mm. I grew up in a metropolis. I never realized how loud it was until I retired to the woods. I go back on specific occasions, but I avoid the noise of the city as much as I can. It loves you. That feel you get. That's beautiful, bro. Words. Blessing you with your candle. I also had to take out all the extra stuff I added. Once I started studying the postures, maintaining proper form is a whole task. Oh yeah. And it's a good one to practice as well, right? The way I see putting yourself in yoga poses is that it like activates a certain neuronal fractal. Zzz, right? And then as you keep yourself in that pose, you're firing that signal of that neuronal fractal in your brain as well as in your body. Meaning you gain a certain amount of neural connectivity, or at least interconnectivity, or electricity that you're putting through your system. Thank you for joining us, dear friends. Suddenly we had a massive influx of souls in this space. And I know some of you don't stay for long, but if you're going to be here for only a moment, know that you are loved, know that you matter, know that you're making a difference just by breathing air right now. If a butterfly's wing flaps can, you know, create hurricanes on the other side of the world, what can you do? You can do much more. You can use your words to make someone's day a little bit better. I hope I have used mine appropriately. Thank you again for spending even a moment here. Back to the comments. I also had, I think I read one. Doesn't look like I'm doing much differently, but it's significantly more challenging. I don't know how much I can share. I'll let you share if you want to. But maybe I can share it like this. I remember when I went through the process of actually becoming a certified yogi, right? Going through the 200-hour course, learning so much about the practice, about the history, about the culture behind it, about where it came from, the essence of it, if you will, and then being able to practice that as a body and feel even more significance into this practice. Yeah. It's a cool fractal to pursue. Uh, yeah, has some sad thoughts, as just stickier than others, and that's okay. Leaning in and questioning them and separating them from yourself by asking why they are here. I find that if I just force myself to notice things, doesn't work for me. To notice nice things doesn't work for me. I really like that approach as well in my own journey, though, Zano, where if I find myself being confronted with negative thoughts or, weirdly enough, jealousies, I really ask. I'm like, bro, where is this coming from? Why? Why are you feeling this way? You have no reason to feel this way. Feeling this way in this moment is only generating negativity inside your system. Can you acknowledge that? And it's almost like I reason with myself, like I'm a child. Like I'm a very intelligent child. Like I'm like, bro, you're too smart to be making these mistakes. And my inner child resonates usually with that. Being like, oh, okay, fine. Kind of like feet dragging, you know. But usually I try to pull myself out of those fractals. Wait, you're sick again, Melt? I swear you were just sick. I mean, like it's kind of like a process of healing. I don't think I was just sick, was I? It did happen during the last Bumblebee. Alright, after that festival. It is kind of like, exposing myself to the outside world. So many different fractals. Breathing air around me. I had this whole like mental fractal of like proper face masks for these festivals. Not so much for the other people breathing air, but for the dust, weirdly enough. Like I just don't want to be breathing dust. You breathe a lot of dust sometimes. Especially if you're dancing. You're making some of the dust. I don't think it's gonna look good though. Like proper face mask, so way out. I think you're still kind of sick. Yeah, I'm definitely not a-okay, Louisiana, but I'm not as sick as I was at the start. I'm getting better. I am. I'm actually. I'm like 99% best. right? Tomorrow is gonna be the last percentage, and then we're gonna be A-okay again. Manifesting harder. I feel that yoga is quite difficult right now. So just doing what I can. I'm proud of you for doing what you can, dear friend. I feel you on that though, completely. Zano, it took decades to realize that about myself. When I'm sad, I can't even imagine or remember either ever not being sad. In the winter, I can't imagine the summer. In the summer, I can't imagine the winter. So when people say this too shall pass, I'm like, the hell it will. I mean, even though I hear what you're saying, Lozana, and I understand how that might be difficult, that sounds like fullness, right, to me. Sounds like you're having such a full experience at all times that there is no room for anything else other than what is in that moment. And I understand that from the feminine perspective as well, right? That is technically what the feminine is. But that includes, the hard parts as well. Maybe it's easier for me to compartmentalize because of my biology. Right? My brain structure might be different. Actually, actually might be a little bit different. How interesting, right? I do believe we're the same thing, ultimately, when it comes to consciousness, experiencing through this medium. But like the stopgap, the processes that happen in between, being conscious and then of what I am conscious. This thing. Like I cannot help but notice the impermanence thereof. Right? And noticing that impermanence is the acknowledgement of this too shall pass. So to me it's easy. To me it's like, yo, having a bad time, just have a bad time. Very soon you'll have good time again, I say to myself. And my mind is like, oh wait, oh checks out. Within this impermanent experience, that's how it works, it seems. Sometimes not have good time, most times have good time, right? And then when I have bad time, all I have to do is have a bad time. And then soon enough, won't you know it, I'm having a good time again. And I wonder, right? Like how much of it is dissociation? Seriously. Like I was really thinking about it this weekend, the weekend past, with the mapping and with all of the stress, with the stuff being stolen. Like there was so much dissociation going on. And I was like very aware of it. I was like, oh wow, look at this. I am just turning these things off. Choo, 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 choo. I'm just not thinking about them. I'm just not feeling them. And then I am dancing, right? And I'm like, when you're dancing, there's not a lot to do, right? I love dancing, but my mind is still like not capped out on what it's capable of. So it starts unlocking all of that stuff again, brr, 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 and then allowing me to feel it. And weirdly enough, like almost like feeling it through the act of dancing, right? The feelings that made me feel angry, I danced angrily at. Things that made me feel light, I could dance higher for. Things that I felt were injustices, I stood up against. And like I wish I knew what I was doing, kind of vibes. But I don't know if I can just prescribe the remedies I have found for myself to anybody else. Again, because of brain chemistry, because of brain structure, how autistic I am or not, how ADHD, how OCD. What are we? I asked that question to Kale as well. What are we? Are we still humans at this point? I like the title Homo Sacris or Homo Christialis, going from Homo sapiens to what comes next. And it's going to be, at least in my mind, a sensitivity thing. And it's interesting how I'm finding myself becoming desensitized to some things on purpose. It's kind of worrying, to be completely honest, right? If I believe sensitivity is an important thing when it comes to our future, then desensitizing myself isn't exactly something that's wise. However, I am I am still sensitive when it comes to other experiences. I'm just choosing to desensitize myself from certain ones of them. Right? Like I had this conversation with brother Ryan about my state of mind and the stuff that we've been through and the experiences that come with it, the thoughts that come with it. And he was basically prodding, trying to make sure I'm okay, right? I'm stable. And I really appreciated that kind of vibe, you know? Like it really was appreciated from the perspective of someone that loves and wants to know. And at least in that narrative, in that moment, it came through that yes, I am in fact stable, right? That I am dealing with this better than I would think I would be capable of, right? There's a certain showing of ourselves, what we're capable of. We get pushed just a little bit more to bring it back to today's stream topic. And I wonder how much of it is because of, you know, the social aspect of being a person that I am more aware of now than I've ever been. Right? Living with other people, having new friends in the space with me. And especially in this space, having people that rely on me, right? Like I'm the one that drives the car. Come Monday, I'm going to go and fetch my friends from their work. We're going to be doing more mapping together, right? I have to make art. I have to put in the hours. And that like reliance has given the masculine in me a sense of stability that feels like it's capable of giving a little bit more at all times. And again, my mind rolls back to the whole dissociation part of it. Right? Is dissociation a type of strength? You know, it's weird. If I choose to drop this conversation, I am going to dissociate. I pretend it didn't happen. Hmm. I think dissociation is a tool. Maybe that's the right answer. It is a tool. I just have to figure out if I'm using it correctly. Little by little, consciously evolving. Even, Rabbit, you should listen to the song, Get This Song. Love is true. Even knowing that about myself doesn't help get me unstuck. It's really tenacious. Diggy, I will. Read the lyrics. Hi guys, I'm at a worker co-op convention in Syracuse right now. On break for a second, just saying hi. Got to go by. Love you, Katie. Bless you, friend. Melt, I think you're still gonna, yeah. Not to be that guy, but do you ever take COVID tests? No. No, I don't do that. Because it costs like $50 to get a COVID test. And I ain't got $50 laying around to tell me that I'm sick. I know I'm sick, right? Think I don't know that? You think I don't know that? You think I don't know? I've been feeling this way this whole time, bro. Pay you $50 to tell me. Oh, that's a good insight. Experiencing things so fully that there's no room for anything else. I'm happy that you're taking it to heart, Lozana. That's the truth that arose in my mind listening to you. Joy Leaf, I think I'm going to put a Y sign on my fridge and pantry because interrogating my food started to resonate once I thought about it. Why? Why do I need to eat this right now? Do I need the energy? Do I need the comfort? Do I need to taste what it tastes like? I know what it tastes like, right? Interrogates food a little bit more. I like that. Love is true. Hey, Christine, haven't seen your name in a while. I hope you have some good times soon. Good times are here for us. Look at that. Being able to breathe air. What a good time. My eyes are still mostly working. They're a little bit blurry, but they're like everything is still pretty. Trees look like gems growing on sticks. Those rocky Rockies look like hmm, look like clouds if they were made out of stone. Yeah, it's just like this is a good time. I don't know. Thank you for blessing me with some good times, Kristen. That's so healing, Melt. I'm glad you danced it out. That sounds so nice. It was. It really was. Like and like I wanna stress even how how sure I was in that moment of dancing that I was like ridding myself of bad juju, of like heaviness, of like struggles, of difficulties, of I was like literally just like shaking that stuff off of me. Like it was trying to attach itself to my body and by like jumping and creating momentum it would slide off little by little till it dropped to the ground. It really was nice. I just want to throw out some gratitude. I'm grateful for you guys. My yummy cup of coffee, the quiet pitter patter of the rain, and the fluffy kitten next to me on the couch. Mm. Yeah, Joy Vive. I like how me and you were both doing the just like hitting gratitude notes. Sending you so much love. That does sound blissful. Joy Vive, you make me smile. Me too. I'm smiling right now. You kicked me out of thought loop just now, realizing I've got a fluffer pupper snoozing on my lappy. Jovan, check your Discord. I sent you something yesterday that might make you laugh less. Dissociation can protect you. It can be too much of a crutch at times. Yeah. Was I using it as a crutch as of late? I just feel like I was a little bit less present. All right? That's the thing that I'm really worried about. The more I dissociate, the less present I become with certain aspects of myself or my experience or the conversations I have with people based on my experience, right? So that's the thing that I feel is wrong. I don't like using the word wrong, but I don't think it's right necessarily. Don't dissociate too hard. Don't dissociate to the point where you cannot communicate the stuff that you are being troubled by. And it's not like that, at least. It's more, I have communicated the things, and we all know what's going on, and now I'm gonna dissociate as to not restir me, 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 me. Oh, this can be me, all of those narratives, right? That is still sometimes becoming verbalized. Dissociation allows me not to. So I'm like, yes, less presence, but also you're not giving presence to things, experiences, narratives that are both ruining your own present moment and potentially the present moment of others. Okay. Alright, I'm learning. Thank you. I'm paying attention. Survive and or thrive. Wait a second. Agreed, Mel. I think it can be a good tool, but it's a slippery slope. When people call something a crush, it always has a negative connotation. Oh, the lizard is coming closer to me. Hey, lizard. Hey, dude. Yeah, you can go closer. I'm so chill, bro. I'm super chill. Yeah. Here you go. He's underneath the tripod right now. Yeah, he's chill. I'm chilling. He's next to me. Yeah, you see? I'm gonna hurt you, little lizard. I'm super cool, you. I'm super cool, yeah. I'm so chill. Tell all your homies. Tell all your friends. He's so inquisitive. You got it all low. That's super cool, dude. I'm gonna lift this arm. I don't want to scare him or her. She's between those yoga mats right now. Around there. You see it? Move a little bit deeper. Yeah, chill. I'm gonna hurt you. I mean, if I wanted to hurt you, I probably would have tried to catch you when you were here. You're further away from me now. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Alright. Did I get distracted? Probably. But when you need crutches, they sure are great to have. The thing is, sometimes we really need a lot of some sort to survive and or thrive, but then it can always be relied on too much. Yeah. The Rule 34 of technological advancement supports that law as if it exists, humans will abuse it. Uh, I should say instead, if it exists, humans can abuse it, right? Will is a little bit too nihilistic. For me, currently, the phrase that pisses me off the most is maladaptive daydreaming. Maladaptive daydreaming. I mean, daydreaming is my thing. Don't call me maladaptive. Well, I get it. I get it. This might be like a little bit of uh, like a dark alley to go down. And I say that in preparation for what's coming next. But apparently, uh, some theories, and this is not true, right? I don't think it's proven, but some theories speculate that Alzheimer's and dementia can be kind of that as well, like maladaptive daydreaming, where people literally like put themselves in boxes inside their own minds because of the difficulty of interfacing with the external world, which is a whole fractal, you know, that maybe Alzheimer's and dementia are diseases of suffering, not necessarily of the brain. Too much of a good thing and all that, but they can pry my daydreaming out of my golden hands. Well, you've had a lot of bad luck lately. Like a lot. I dissociate too. No, I've had a lot of good luck lately, actually. Right? Technically speaking. I I have a home. I have the resources to buy myself the speaker because of you friends. Look at that. Right? This thing can make us music when we're dancing. I still have my cell phone and my device that I make my flowers with. I could buy myself these earphones with the resources you friends gave me. Still have my Dynamap. Right? I have internet despite being in the middle of nowhere, which is an absolute blessing. Again, thank you to you friends. Like I'm super lucky. I'm super lucky. Right? Like the small smidgens of bad luck that I have experienced uh wasn't wasn't that bad. Crunchy audio, can you turn it off and on again? Sorry for not seeing your message. I'm happy that auto corrected quickly. I'll chip in with the gratitude bombs. I'm so grateful for you guys. Boom. My lovely plants. Boom. My sweetie Dixie Doo. Boom. My body's ability to heal. Boom. Yeah, love is true. Dance once for me, if you're up to it. I moved my leg for the first time in a while, so I'll get there. Bless. I'll dance for you, Kristen. Next Wednesday, we'll be so strong, we'll have fun dancing, I'm sure. I rely on a certain amount of daydreaming to help me write. It's helpful to be in that space where I can build something and explore it without having to do the work of outlining on paper. You're gonna enjoy what's coming soon with Gen AI, BCIs, and Deep Dive VR. I know Sam is like, no, Melt, I don't want any of that. Fine, I'll just show you how I use it. I'll show you. I'll be like, look at this, Sam, and then you'll be like, okay, maybe Melt, maybe I'll, maybe I have something going here. Maybe, maybe there's something to it. I'm usually pretty self-conscious dancing at festivals, but the few times I've been able to forget myself, it was super transcendental experience. Yeah. Just getting to dance, closing your eyes and dancing. It really is a freeing experience. Audio chippy choppy. We can't absorb everything all the time. Sometimes we need to compartmentalize our reception so that we can focus on the experience that is healing us rather than everything else that is also happening. Beautiful point. I really am grateful to spend this time with you, friends. Truly, you've shown me so many different methods of sharpening these tools that I use to navigate this weird plane of existence. It's happening. We just don't have to absorb all the time. It is putting a metering device on your intake. Mel sounds like a 90s robot talking into a fan. You turn off. Bless again. Have a good day, Kristen. Audio better now, bless. Okay, I was just talking about, says Jovan, the time and place to push forward versus the need to stay still. This resonates. I'm definitely at a point where I need to stay still. At least that's what I'm feeling. Thank you for putting it so clearly in my mind as well. Bojo, that is a great insight. Metering a device on your intake. Maybe is that the one? Maybe I'm missing comments. Let me just check. Yeah. Okay. It seems like I have such a thin skin that sometimes it's just an invisible, permeable membrane, just enough to keep my guts from spilling out. But even that, since I seem to spill my guts pretty regularly. But yeah, I often do feel like I'm absorbing everything all the time. I need to marinate on this concept. Hmm. I don't know if this is gonna help, but the way that I cope with the amount of energy I am at all times receiving is to give some of it back, right? To make art, to reach out and speak words, to typies, to dance, to cook food, right? There's a bunch of things that you can do to put energy, right? To generate things that will be absorbed by others. And if you feel like there's so much to be absorbed, and some of it is good, and some of it is bad, you can be some of that energy that is good, right? You can bring it just a little bit more good energy into this world. Sick. That is the perfect place to end today's stream. Thank you, dear friends, for being such inspirational beings, for giving my mind so much freedom to run, to explore fun ideas, to consider, to consciously evolve alongside people that actually value such a thing. It's pretty rare. Yeah, you do know that. Well, love you, dear friend. Mm-hmm. This one. Unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Yeah. Pink. These women are dressed in pink. At least I think they are. I have to go. Love you all so much. We love you too, Zana. That's not Zana. Lois Zana. Bless you, dear friend. We'll see you again soon. Unbound. To be unbound. To release soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Let me see. Let me see which part it is. 108. It is time to release old soul stories that have been playing out in your life. They are coming up to be healed. There has never been a safer time to clear these patterns than right now. Take a look at patterns in your life that you are ready to release. Ancient vows and contracts that your soul made that have an expiry date. It could be a vow of silence, or chastity, or poverty. It is time to unwind from them. This is the life in which you free yourself from trauma of past lives. What old ways of being have an expiry date? When you name them, you claim them and stop them holding power over you. When acknowledging these old patterns, it is also important to acknowledge how they have served you up until now. For example, a soul pattern of playing small causes your soul fear of being seen or sharing your voice would be served, or sharing your voice would have served you by keeping you safe. In order to grow, you now need to soften by receiving and calling in support. My angels are goofing. You know, I close my eyes and I'm like, I'm receiving support. And I see this entity ascend from the sky. And as it ascends from the sky, there's like waves of energy that are visible in the sky above me as well. And it just like parts away all of these energy waves and like tangles and spaghettis. And it lands on the floor. And it's a glove. It is a glove, right? Like a hand glove standing. And it has a long ass nose and a goofy ass face. Like, why? Why are you? Fine, fine. I'm receiving this support too. It is time to unbind from old ways of being that are no longer suitable. Hold this card in your heart and say, I release all. I release all old soul stories, vows, contracts, and patterns that are no longer aligned with who I came here to be in the present time. I carry the lessons, growth, and gifts, but I no longer choose to live the same story. May I be unbound, unbound, forever unbound. Yeah, that's nice. Now I'm seeing flowers again. Flowers going. I am forever unbound. Fuck boy. It's been a while since seeing your name here. Sending you blessings, dude. Love is true. Being open to the entire world is a large task. I like how that's literally the card's recommendation, man. Like, yo, bro, it's time to be open. It's time to receive. It looks like a Sailor Moon transformation. It's okay to not engage in the things that create an uneasy feeling in our spirits. This is true. Choose to see the beauty that is ever present. Choose to see the beauty that is ever present when you look in the mirror. Love is true. I'm going to vaporize some White Rhino Pinot 1, White Rhino Cross Pinot 1. I do feel so far away and so present at the same time. I'm thinking about the conversation we had today about dissociation, about that potentially being the thing, the old pattern I need to let go of. I am absorbing all of these lessons. Mm-hmm. 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 That lizard is still on the exact same spot. You just chilling there. I'm gonna stand up now to go and get my drum. Don't be too startled by me. Hey, Shell is here. Bless you, friends. Nice seeing your name. There's so much within the infinite, as above, so below. and we are the starting point. We've got to find balance in growing inwardly and outwardly. Thank you for this reminder too. Mornings are so busy lately. I've missed you all so much. We've missed you too, dear friend. It's nice to have you here in the right now, though. Sending you lovin's. I'm going and getting my cajon, and then I'm going to music for you, friend, a little bit. Feel like I'm glitching, yo. Like my freaking whole system is like, it's like skipping beats. Alrighty done. I am happy I tried. I miss hearing about your shenanigans. Shell. Hope Mr. Shell and Shell Jr. are doing well, and that the crows are staying peaceful. Should have a stream about crows and their daily activities. Call it murder mysteries. That's awesome. Yes, Shell. So when I see birds and I think of you, me too, Shell. That's so freaking precious. That's gold. Nature documentaries, Twilight Zone narrations. The beatbox has been beaten. Okay, now go pick a movie and get comfy on the couch with Blanky. Inhale your ciggy body. Thank you, Zano. Have the most beautiful day, everyone. You're for seriously serious. Realsy, realsers, and certainly certainty. So very absolutely appreciated. High score. Melt more. And all of you. Oh, so entirely encompassingly, magnificently, whimsically, endearingly, rapturously, genially, superlatively, superlatively, splendiferously, authentically wholesome human animal creatures, considering just a little bit more. I love you so much. Thank you for our goodbye messages. I'll see you friends again real soon. Tomorrow. I am going to go and recover. Yes. Imagine like Valiant kind of music playing in the background. I am going to go and heal myself. You know, imagine me like Gerald from The Witcher 3, you know, just going and sitting down in this pose. Like this is what actually is happening behind the camera, right? Like this is what I want you to think. I'm just gonna go and sit down like this. I'm gonna sit down like so. Like you can't see properly. More distant. Right? Like this. As Gerald does. He sits down like this. And then I'm going to just heal. There will be a green aura. That's totally what's going to be happening. I won't look like melted cheese on a couch. I love you, friends. Thank you for joining me. Sending you so many blessings. I love you. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye, everybody's. Love yous. Cheers.